Ladies and gentlemen, you will not believe this one until you hear. And even when you finish hearing it, I'm sure that you'll be like, wow, wow. There are a lot of lessons to be learned from Justice for Mohbad. In fact, the reason why this Justice for Mohbad took this long is for everyone to pick one or two things. It doesn't matter what side you think you belong to. Oh, I am against anti-justice for Mohbad. I am for Wunmi. I am for justice for Mohbad. I am for Mohbad's father. There are lessons to be learned. If you don't learn anything along the way, unfortunately, you have wasted your time, your energy, your money. You've wasted it all if you've not learned one or two things, if you've not picked one or two things. Now, there are people who are aware of what they are doing, whilst there are people who are not aware of what they are doing. Those that are not aware of what they are doing, we call them the ignorant people. But the people that are aware of what they are doing, but choose not to do right or do the good that they are supposed to do, those people also belong to a section. And those that know what they're doing and they're doing it right, they also belong to a section. So we have three groups of people on this justice for Mohbad. Well, what you're about to hear, it is deep. I'm sure you must have heard about how all of a sudden Mohbad switched from his father to his mother. Gave his mother 5 million naira, opened 3 shops, opened this and that, spent and kept spending on his mom. And his father said, do you know that I've never received 500,000 naira from this boy? And I know what I have done. He's pained because immediately Mohbad's mother had a way of penetrating. Things turned upside down for him. Mohbad didn't listen to him anymore. Mohbad did not respect him anymore. Mohbad didn't hear and do what he advised Mohbad, even when he was trying to save Mohbad's life. That was when Mohbad was being bullied. So today, that thing that you have thought about, was it Mohbad? Is it Wunmi? Is it Mohbad's mother? Is it Mohbad's father? What did they do? What is it that they didn't do right? What was the problem itself? How come Naira Marley said Wunmi is in control, in charge of Mohbad's life? How come Mohbad became this disabled person that cannot process his thoughts and apply the right steps to whatever it is that is happening to his life? What exactly is going on? You get to know about it. And like I said, if you do not pick one or two things to learn, unfortunately, you're on your own. Let's get right into it. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button. Very important.
To say it emphatically, because everybody have story, this thing happens to a human being. If a parent, if a father or a mother have suffered on children, suffer to give them food, suffer to clothe them alone, suffer just like the way Baba Mohbad did. At the point he said he was backing Mohbad, Omagbe Adura saying, as little as Adura was, Baba will back him and will hold the other two on the street. That was how far the man went. Now, no matter the umbilical cord, Toso ya tó ti ṣákólọ láti, if children were still young is another thing. But from 18, at least, from 18, wọ́n ti máa ní ọpọlọ 1 or 2 or 3. They will be able to be asking some questions. And almost 20 years, ọkùnrin 20 years, it means ní girlfriend ó ti ń báyàn sùn now. Not to talk of guy that has hit the street. At that point in time, I said my opinion with what Mohbad has said in this interview, that she's with her mouth. And she prayed further to say that, go and listen to it again. She said that she prayed her way into Mohbad's life so that Mohbad can be listening to her. So you can still say that, okay, whether or not 41 day is there, out of that 41 day, Iya Mohbad and Wunmi, they were not close.
Yes. You know, Mama Mohbad said she and Wunmi were not close to the extent that they did not allow her to touch her supposed grandson for the first 40 or 41 days of his life. So along the line, what changed that? And in one of Baba's interview, Baba did say that even shortly, some maybe weeks or a few months before Mohbad's death, he was the one that settled some discord between Wunmi and Mama Mohbad. That there was a very big, he didn't tell us what caused the fight. He only said there was a very big issue that he went there to settle them. So along the line, how did the person will be your friend? How did he now turn enemy? And then the one will be saying, you no one see. Now he can't be your best friend. If not that, or what you were in court, so whether it was power due to power of manipulation, whether it was boju boju, whether it was oloro umbo, Mama Mohbad will play a very huge role. Nínú ìjì tó jà láàrin Wunmi àti Baba Mohbad. That's just where I'm pin all of me. That's why where I want to end this discussion.
Thank you very much.
And then on the issue of on that question you asked about if one parent raised a child, in most cases, is that parent that raised a child tends to be closer to that parent that stood by him or her, that raised him or her, for a very long time before the other one. This case, the case the woman was trying to analyze. Oh, yeah, to see circumstance Mohbad town. Where both mom and dad, mother and father will raise a child, and the child will end up probably tilting towards either the father or the mother. My parents are still together to the glory of God. They raised me together, but I am closer to my father than my mom. If anything happens to me, the first called my dad first. When I called my dad first.
Let me just add to what you're saying. Leila, let me just add to what you're saying. Yeah. In the normal circumstances, in the normal society, you have the female getting more attached to their dad than the male. Then you have the male getting more attached to their mom in a normal, in fact, larger percentage in normal setting. You understand? But I don't want us to go to that side today. Let's just stick on what you've been analyzing about Iya Mohbad since. 5 million, I've been trying to look for that interview of Mr. Dio with Mommy Buki. 5 million to 20K.
Please, can I talk, please?
Honorable, you will speak, please. I just want to ask a question, please. I just want to know, at what point in time was Mama Mohbad given the 5 million? Because I remember that talking in one of the videos, like stating that he was meant to give us some money. That's that 5 million. But the other person confirmed that 5 million was sent to her. At what period in time? Was it on that same Monday she got that 5 million?
That million was sent to her. According to her, she left Mohbad's house on Saturday, according to her. And when she was painting a narrative, she said Mohbad promised to send her money.
Yes.
Now, on Thursday, that week that Mohbad died, on Thursday, that Mr. Dio, that's why I've been looking for that Bukky Jesse conversation with Mr. Dio. Mr. Dio said it openly, that when they went to Iya Mohbad, that Iya Mohbad was mistakenly, when she was talking, mistakenly said that, Omo Toshi Fumini, to send 5 million, Sumi, ni jelo. So, meaning, Mohbad wired 5 million, But because Mohbad don't go, she no talk say Mohbad don't give her money. You understand? Because yeah, so she now came with the impression that Mohbad promised her money. You understand?
Yeah.
So she was giving that impression that this is waiting Mohbad don't promise I ain't gonna do for them.
Sorry to chip in. You see, it's a different narrative and different instances. Mohbad promised to give her money so that she could stock her newly rented shop. And the 5 million, I could say, had been sent to her before then. You know, Mohbad rented paid for apartment for her in Ikorodu, rented like 3 jobs together, bought her freezer, fridge, furnished the house for a new house for her. She didn't come with anything to the new apartment, but just because Mohbad wanted them to stick together, that was why he was doing all that. And it could be that the 5 million had been the money she used to settle all those things. So the 5 million existed, and expectation of money to furnish her shop also was true. Thank you.
Much makes sense. And she said it was 5 months. Thank you very much.
Can I talk
So it
now?
was the period they gave birth to. Sorry, can we put it that it was the period they gave birth to the child that those things were given to her? Because she said she had stayed in that house for 5 months. And if we all remember, even this lady celebrated her child 5 months as well. So it was that period, that month. Anyway,
welcome back now. So the talk right now is this: did Mohbad's mother influence Mohbad using strange powers, diabolic means, charm, spell? That's the question. Now, Mohbad's mother has said that she had to go into prayers. And when people say they went for prayers, you know, there are different types of prayers. You can go into your closet, pray. Now, I am not saying that Mohbad's father did right in all that he did in his life. Neither am I saying Mohbad's mother did right in all that he did in his life with Mohbad's father. But right now, I can say that Mohbad's mother is doing all things evil and bad. She cares less about Mohbad, the demise of Mohbad. The only thing she's concerned about is this: Wunmi was the one that helped to connect Mohbad to her. Yes, Wunmi was the one that helped to kind of force Mohbad, or maybe some of the money that we heard that Wunmi was sending was to Mohbad's mother from her account, the money that Mohbad kept in her account. All of this was for her to buy Mohbad's mother because she was already studying what was going on. These are some of the things that made this woman stick to her. This is called greed, the love of money. It's the root of all evil. She now does not want to see anything about paternity test, DNA, or whatever to her. Oh, because Wunmi had given me my son's money, because the father had cut me off, so she had been the bridge to my son. So because of that, I must support her in all things, even if she is the master plan behind the scene, getting advice from a wicked mother who is a corrupt police officer. You know how these police officers behave. She is a corrupt police officer. So, you heard the submission of our guest, what everyone is saying as regards if Mohbad's mother had done this, or is it the Oedipus complex where male children tilt towards their father, female tilt towards their mother? What exactly is this? Now, common sense will tell you that if you've been around someone and you're not very mature, you've been around someone, you will see the mistakes, the shortcomings of that individual. But that other person that you only hear about, either that person is your mother or your father, when you come across that person and that person is able to package some stories and also look for people to corroborate that story, you will be like, oh, so daddy was lying all along. Daddy was lying all along. Mohbad sang that song, 10 years I didn't see. Mommy, now, that song could mean a lot of things. It could mean my mom neglected us. It could be that my father and my mom had issues. So my mom left. It could be anything. Whatever it is that is inside of him, it played out till during his life and after he passed away. What have you learned from this? This is so sad, painful. Just imagine. That is why people are beginning to dig deep, like, wait, hold on a second. What happened between these people? What happened afterwards? What is the way forward? I don't know what your thoughts are. Drop your comment, like and share. See you in the next update.